The Mandalorian is perfection. Perfection. And we've just finished watching season 3, episode 5, The Pirate. What an episode.
Brilliant.
What a brilliant, brilliant episode. Just classic, what we said earlier, it was elevated classic Star Wars, but like it's better than George Lucas actually did. Jon Favreau is the true heir of this, so much so that he could have done this himself. He loves it so much without wanting to possess it. It's just like he could have started it. And I wish he did, because it's so diverse. It really is absolute diversity in this. And such strong characters. Such good, strong characters. But The Pirate, we're not doing a full season rundown because, we're doing other series now, and this is also perfection. You don't even feel the need to illustrate, because one of the highlights of watching an episode are the closing credits with all the illustrations of and it's done real classic graphic novel style of the scenes that we've seen in the episode past. But wow,
Beautiful.
just artwork, and whoever gets to keep those, or they do it digitally, I don't know, but amazing. Like John should just have walls and walls covered with all of these illustrations, and he writes all of them. He created this. What an incredible homage, staying true to the canon and legend. I think I know that they segregate it that way, canon and legend. There's a lot of things that aren't part of this universe.
Okay.
So, or something like that. I don't know, something like that. But it's so fantastic how everything is.
Yeah.
And you and I don't bother with the other Star Wars ones, because I'm a purist, and so therefore things like, solo movies, like Solo, young Solo, is like, nah. These people are never going to have the charm of the originals. Yeah. Even it took quite a while, and it took Luke and Leia to bring the charm back into Star Wars. It took the oldies, again, the classics, and even Laura Dern as the Admiral. She was really good. And Rey then grew into it too. But there's a lot of things left undone at the end of that one. It's like, well, what? What's going on here? Why? What was the big secret between Finn and Rey? What did Finn want to tell Rey? What? Why was Chewbacca just handed a medal? Just to make up for the fact that he wasn't given one in episode 4 in New Hope. Well, why wasn't he given a ceremony? There's a lot of things that just weren't completed. But Jon Favreau is completing things in this, and I love it. But the one thing I didn't understand about this episode, The Pirate, actually they don't go by they go. I think we're up to episode 4 or chapter 40 or something. I don't know, something like that. It's because I didn't understand. This is a spoiler alert. Why does Bo-Katan, spoiler alert, take off her helmet? Why does the armorer ask her to take off the helmet? I don't know. And then Bo-Katan's saying, I understand. And I'm like, huh? I still don't understand. What do you understand? What does anyone understand? You're like, I get it. I'm like, what? Why is she taking off the helmet? Why did the armorer? I love the armorer, by the way. The armorer is next level. She's cool.
You get to see her kick ass.
Yes, absolutely. That's like Yoda when he finally fights, unleashes it all. But she is played by Emily Swallow, and the accent is not her real accent, but that is her voice. And it was apparently the suggestion of somebody on the set who just said, why don't you make her sound a bit like whatever she sounds like now? Mm-hmm. And it's just so great. She sounds so, and just such gravitas and depth to the character. I love this, and how amazing is the direction and the actors' ability to move their bodies in such a way. It's in the same way David Prowse, who played the body of Darth Vader, the way he moved to really bring out Darth Vader's scariness, and then pairing that with James Earl Jones's voice, and then the music. I mean, why is someone in a helmet looking left to right the most terrifying thing you will have ever seen? We're like all just dun 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 dun, and we're like, oh my god. That and dun dun. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. That is genius. Who is it? It's like Goldsmith guy or John Williams? Is
One
it
of them.
John Williams?
Yeah,
Yeah.
might be.
Oh man, what a genius! I mean, aren't those just a few notes and
Mm.
then just like terror ensues? But that was good. But that's the same thing as with just a guy standing there in a helmet on a fake set, looking at it, just a cardboard with white dots on it, and it's like Darth, Daddy is looking at his son go past, and they're feeling each other. And Luke's saying, "I am endangering the mission. He can feel me." And everyone's like, "Relax, weirdo." But such charisma they all had, man. But you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
How
yeah.
amazing. Oh, combine all these things. And that is the scariest thing ever. Like, I do not want to be connected to someone like him. Please do not connect with me. It's crazy. So that was an interesting thing that they did with Ray and Ben, you know. Like, why? Them being able to see each other like that, that connection is crazy. And then why make it a love story just to break it apart? I had no clue. I thought there was a bigger connection. I thought they were the one person on the other side. I didn't realize it was a love connection. It's like, what? Really? Why are they?
It's all about love.
Yes, that's great, but why wasn't it before? Before they were coming together like some weird trying to kill each other thing because it's Harry Potter and Voldemort. That's what I thought what was going on. And then when it was revealed that they were in love, I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Everyone says that the dialogue and all that and is clunky because Lucas is very clunky and a bit weird. And I have to come to a story about that later. I mean, you could see the charisma between Han Solo, and Leia. You know, Princess Leia. Way before you could see that it was just when she kissed Luke. I did at that time as a child. I was 6. Go, ew. You know, because I as a child of 6 could see that there was nothing there. And as I got older and watched it, it was like, no. Why, it was cleverly played out because the charisma between all these people, and that's what I'm saying. So I just did not see anything between Ray and Kylo. I was like, what? That is left field.
You usually can see these things.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love chemistry between actors, and Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford, well, they were actually having sex. So they had major chemistry. Gosh, I mean, Harrison Ford was oozing chemistry, and Mark Hamill was just radiant. He was a star, and he had something special. And of course, Carrie Fisher was just, every girl wanted to be, Carrie Fisher. She was just so, even in that briefest of briefest things, she just looked powerful. And she killed Jabba. I keep saying, she killed Jabba.
Yeah, everyone keeps forgetting that.
The Jedi couldn't control Jabba. Leia killed Jabba. All right. Anyway, we're back to the pirate. Yeah, I could not understand that because I have never had that much commitment to anything to be that committed to it. I mean, this is why I understand jealousy and all that now, because I have never felt this love, the love that I felt for you. So when we first started, I felt all these spikes and terrible knife stabs in my heart or my chest or my head or something. And I'm like, what am I feeling? Like, you'd look off in a direction, there was some, I don't know, she could just be an average looking woman, and that all of a sudden she became a supermodel in my eyes, and you were looking at her, and oh my God, that was doomed, and we were never going to be together, and blah, blah, blah. I had never known jealousy. I've never known jealousy. But I was insanely jealous of every female who came into your path. I thought you were in love with everybody else except me. I was madly jealous. So what I'm saying is I fully committed to loving you, and I had to go through the gamut of all these crazy emotions. I mean, you felt stupid jealousy, things that you didn't even feel.
Yeah.
In the drama between us, my goodness. But I'm glad it's like we spent 40 years and for a couple we went from best friends to whatever. It was just crazy. Anyway, the pirate. So that's why I don't understand, because I've never been committed to sort of like, what? Take off your fucking helmet. It's okay. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'd feel that way if. No, I just don't know. I feel committed to things for a while, and then I'm ready to move on to something else. But that doesn't mean I have disregarded nor discarded. I will always look after things when I think things have a season. And before someone says, well, ooh, are you like that with people? Well, Yes, I guess so.
Not gonna lie.
Oh gosh, but I had to find my match. I had to find my other, the one I fit into, so that I can be grounded, and I can help you fly. So, but I didn't understand this episode. Great episode though.
Are you sure?
What an episode! What an episode! Everything from I don't know, everything. I really liked and enjoyed seeing these old fighters, all the old shuttles, etc., and seeing the old Rebel Alliance's uniforms. And I don't understand why they hate the New Republic. I've missed something here. I thought this was the good thing, but this is when
After
this
Rise
is
of Skywalker.
right. So this is Palpatine's time. So this is going into bad times again.
No, Palpatine's gone.
Right.
This is after a.
Is this after the return of the?
Explosion or something.
No, this is after Return of the Jedi. This is after Return of the Jedi.
Not
This is
Rise of
why.
Skywalker.
This is why Luke's in it. Luke's still young in this.
Oh,
Luke
right.
has just started the Jedi
Right.
Council or something.
Okay.
So this is after Return of the Jedi.
Right.
This is way before. So I think only
Right.
now,
Right. Yes.
right?
Sorry. Yes.
Because
Yes.
only now do we realize that so the Emperor. No, the Emperor. Okay, wait. No, I'm mistaken. So the Emperor has died. Anakin killed the Emperor because now Return of the Jedi is number 6, volume 6. So and now this is after Return of the Jedi. Mandalorian is in between. Just after.
Yeah.
So this is before Rey.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
This
Yes.
is
Of
after
course.
Return
Yes.
of the
That's
Jedi,
right.
right.
Yes. Sorry.
So who's in charge of the Republic? So this is after the Empire's fallen. This is after all the partying on Ewok land and all, and all the fireworks and yay, everyone's standing in. We're like, what are you doing? I mean, hello. But I guess everyone's celebrating, But then who goes on to rule? I want to know. I mean, does Leia? Leia's a general. So I'm missing something here.
So the Force Awakens is when we come back, right? So
Right.
that's number 7.
We may have to start seeing those.
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
But like this is after Return of the Jedi.
So maybe we have to watch from 1 to
Right. Just to get back into it.
whatever we're up to.
But
Yeah.
well, and I don't bother with the others, although there was an Anakin and Obi-Wan one that was supposed to be good and Boba Fett. It's like, yeah, whatever. But what they do is that they go and put parts of the Mandalorian, and they get in a little so that entices all the Mandalorian or the rightful, merit by merit viewership of the Mandalorian. The other shows. This is why I'm really annoyed. This is why I had to go and find out. Like, when did Grogu get returned? How did Grogu and Din Djarin reunite? When did that happen?
Yeah.
Because at the end of season 2, we were like, oh no, he's going to be a Jedi, which is, yes, you should go be a Jedi. And, but bye-bye. And all that stuff. And this is why, of course, whatchamacallit had to go and swim in the bloody Mythosaurus waters. Like, what the hell's that? Mythosaur. I really love the series, like more than, this has overtaken A New Hope. I know everyone loves Empire Strikes Back, but I really love A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. I really, really love those two. And
Is that because everyone likes Empire? You're like, no,
I don't
like
know.
the other two.
I don't know. Because, yes, it was... The big reveal was crazy, sure. But I don't know. I think I loved his naivete and this need and something, and how new it was, of course. That's what also is the big deal for me, because of how new it was, and I was hooked. But also, just the last one, because I loved it all. I love Luke's rise, I loved his confidence, and I loved it. I loved the change in him, and the evolution was great. And then how he had to do it all alone. What a traumatic thing that had happened to him. And he had, the future of the Jedi was put upon Luke, and I thought Mark Hamill did such an excellent job of that. Because you could tell Luke kind of wanted to break, but he refused to, and he just, and fighting against how bad it was, the dark side, and which we talk about all the time. That's how you can measure your goodness, by confronting your dark side, your murky side, I should say. But the pirate was really, really good. Beautiful fighting. It's, to me, it has. No, I don't know if I go back to the pew pew. It's just fantastic, and what Lucas managed to do back in those days. But Jon Favreau's not sacrificing anything. He's taking the best of what's available now and still making it as old school possible. And even you exclaimed, "Wow, that looks real!" Things look real when great big ships are landing and stuff. And we then talked about very briefly, how do you do the mathematics of a ship that is a humongous ship that has exploded into the ground? What are the mathematics of its blast? So anyway, this is just supposed to be a short review.
No, yes.
I wasn't even supposed to be a review. I just wanted to talk about that. So, what an episode this is!
Fantastic.
Packed full of
exciting.
It's packed full of excitement, just from the get go. And we'd see everybody, and just a good old because one of the things, as I just read on some Den of Geeks review of this, is how everyone likes to hear them plan what they're going to do, and Bo-Katan's doing that to everybody. And it's just all like, this is really good, because we're used to hearing a woman's voice anyway. There's always been a female general saying, many people died. Oh gosh, what did she? Many Bothas died to get this. Oh. Anyway, I can't believe I'm forgetting my dialogue. I used to know all the dialogue. But I'm so grateful, aren't we, that Jon Favreau has continued to light that magic, because I was getting a bit jaded, like, oh my gosh, what's missing? But how I'm also so jealous that he gets to do this. It's so much fun. He gets to do this. He's earned it, totally earned it. I mean, that's why we can, watch Chef, which a movie really about nothing, but also so full and dense with flavor, visual flavor. It's a brilliant movie. And Iron Man, of course, that first one, and to think he was an extra with hardly any scenes in Batman Forever. Oh my goodness. Jon Favreau, look how far you've come. What an absolute Jedi-Lorian. Oh, a Jedi-Lorian. What a cool... That should be the next thing. Anyway, that's all we need to say about...
Grogu, right?
Grogu's a Jedi-Lorian. Oh my gosh. I still don't know what species he is, because, we didn't get to know what Yoda was, but that's all cool. All these things will unfold. It's great. Anyway, that's all we have to say. Thanks for listening.